Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2025 on the TRD John YouTube channel. Everyone, it's been about a week since the new year. How is everyone? How was your holidays? How was Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate? And how was your new year? How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another live stream. One of the goals this year is to do a live stream once a week. We will try to get to twice a week, maybe, once my office gets set up. Harbor Freight actually had a pretty killer deal on a toolbox, but now they said it's not even gonna get there till freaking the end of January. So we are still slowly building out the new office. I will have a dedicated space to do live streams and recording and all that stuff there. But for now, we are in the garage, and I can almost see my breath. It is cold for Florida right now. And I know people up north watching this live stream, they're like, John, you're a baby. Hey, I don't care. It was 75 degrees the other day, and it's freaking 32 today. So hope everyone is safe with this crazy polar storm and everything that is coming through. But guys, hope you all had a happy new year. Drop down in the comment section, what some of your goals and, you know, I don't like to say New Year's resolutions because we should just be doing that stuff anyways. But what are some of your goals that you have for 2025? All Terrain Nation, what is up? How's it going, guys? Head on over to All Terrain Nation's channel if you guys want some more kind of truck stuff. Mr. Sunjeeb's in here. Aviation Truth saying, hey, John, what is up? Cripple Creek in here. Betty Smith, Aviation MVP by subscriber. Heck yeah. Abel's in here as well. How's it going? Dell says having the Forerunner in the background is perfect. I do agree. And we will do some OG garage videos for sure. But I do want a more professional setup, something that's super easy to just have a camera that's always ready, and then just click record and have an awesome background and everything like that. Daniel, what is up, man? Abel from Arizona. Oh, man, beautiful weather out in Arizona this time of year. Really like it. But how these Q&As go, guys, basically they're like this. You guys can send any questions you want into the chat box right there, and I will throw it up onto the screen. Typically, we get a little bit behind on this, but if you do want your question answered right away, you can donate. You don't have to. YouTube is a completely free platform. But if you want to help support the channel, you guys totally can. If you do not feel like donating, totally fine. Just wait your time. You don't need to spam or anything like that in the comment section. I will get to you. And if you bounce out before I answer it, don't think I hate you. We just get really far behind. The last live stream, we were actually like 15 minutes behind because we stayed over 100 people the whole time, which was absolutely awesome. But starting out, some of the questions. Says that, hey, John, greetings from Montreal. Do you know why Toyota Sienna is getting a 2-year waiting period? RAV4, 16 months, all that stuff there. So yeah, even down here in America, it is also super hard to get a Sienna. RAV4, not that much. RAV4 is actually fairly easy for us to get down here. I don't know what it is with Canada with Toyota. It seems like it takes forever to get Tundras of certain specs, Tacomas of certain specs. The Sienna, just in general, for some reason for Toyota is really hard to get. And it's the same also with the Sequoia. Like very few Sequoias are actually built and sold. So I'm not sure if they're just like kind of a low volume vehicle from Toyota or what. Brandon, Happy New Year. Everyone jumping in. Happy New Year. Good evening from Louisiana. What is up, everyone? Hope you guys had a great holiday season and a Happy New Year. And we're staying on track, right? Staying on track for 2025. Our year has started out pretty shitty. I'm not gonna lie, it's been very bad. But we will continue to. It's only been 7 days. Look forward to the rest of the time, and yeah, we will make 2025 like really good. So Ryan, what is up, man? Hey there, how's it going, guys? If you need anything done and you're in the Northwest Florida Panhandle area, Yota Mafia is where the stuff is at. Are you getting a GX 550 in the future? I could definitely see us getting into a GX 550 as a very long-term vehicle. I know that I keep vehicles on this channel for 6 months to a year That's really the time frame that I like to keep them. I don't like to just be in and out of a vehicle like every month for you guys. That would just be, I guess it would be okay content, but like, I don't know. I just don't want to do that. But a GX I could definitely see us having for a very, very long-term vehicle. When are you getting your new 4Runner? I have a couple emails that I saw about the 4Runner stuff. Just haven't been focused right now the last couple of days for family reasons and stuff. So, but I hope that we are getting this 4Runner within 3 to 4 weeks or so. Hopefully there's some good news in those emails when I open them and whatnot. So the new 4Runner will be the new vehicle on the channel eventually. Adele says, did you see a story about the sun melting a GX mirror? I did not read that article, but what I got from some of the comments and stuff, basically it was PPF film on the mirror. So it wasn't the mirror itself, it was PPF film, because a lot of people are like, my mirror doesn't do that. Our Land Cruiser has been sitting outside in Florida sun for a good bit of the summer and stuff. Like my wife driving it around, it sits out there. So 2 things I feel like could have happened with that. 1, bad PPF film, or 2, there was a reflection of some sort hitting that, because for only the mirror to have that is kind of strange. So I like to look into a lot more than just that. But basically the comments and stuff that I was seeing, it was, Jesus, man. We let the dogs in the garage while we've been working out on 75 hard, and there's freaking hair everywhere. And we vacuumed today. They get groomed tomorrow. So, but yes, I did see that mirror thing, which is kind of crazy. So we're at about 100 people in here right now. Hope everyone had a great holiday season and also a good Happy New Year. And we're staying on track for however you want your 2025 to end. And, you know, going into the next year too. 21 4Runner TRD Pro with 120,000 miles on it. Love the oldie but goodie. No issues. You've been driving, K-Man. Holy smokes. Dougie, how's it going, man? Says, hey, John, what do you know about the class action lawsuit versus Toyota with the engine failures? I just heard about it. So again, this is kind of like that GX thing. I've just been looking at notes basically from what the Facebook group has been saying, just information about it too. The first bit that I've seen from that class action lawsuit, they didn't even like list the correct engine on it. They used basically photos from the Facebook as well for certain things. There was misspelling everywhere. So good luck to the company that started that if you can't even have like words spelt the right way in a class action lawsuit. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen about it, just because Toyota has literally given a solution for the engine failures, even before this class action lawsuit was a thing. So I don't know. I am interested to see what's gonna happen with that. Taco Hog, how's it going, man? Says, what's up, man? Like always, love the channel. Mine's at 100 subs. Happy New Year. Dude, keep grinding. Make it a goal for 2025 to get, I don't know, 5,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, whatever you want. I appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you so much. Yeah. Basically, it happened like really fast. Like the last 6 days, it was pretty crappy, man. But it's all good. Looking forward to not crying anymore, dude. Holy crap, man. Like I never like cry, but it's been a rough like last couple days. Abel says, John, when will you receive the 4Runner? In a couple weeks, hopefully. We're shooting for the first week of February. Hopefully, no more than like late February. We'll see. But that's just basically dates from Toyota and how any of the other vehicles have been for release of vehicles from Toyota. It's taken a while. So we will see with that. Betty says, come to, I assume, New Hampshire. There are 2 Sequoias and Siennas sitting on the dealer lot. So New Hampshire, depending on where you're at in Canada, may be a good drive. I'm not sure how that works for people living in Canada, if they could buy cars from us and drive it up there. I have no idea. Hello from Los Angeles. Nice and warm out there. Enjoy it. Enjoy it, Mission Off-Road. Thank you for joining into the live stream. Ray's up in here too. Trail Hunter, I miss you too, man. Hope you're enjoying it out there. From what I've seen online and stuff, it's been awesome. Definitely miss the West Coast too. My goal is to build my 4Runner up in the next level with sliders, skids, and all terrains. That'd be sweet. Yeah, it's cool to have like material goals, right? That, right? Because it does make you work harder to pay for stuff, which I like. Because some people say material goals, they're not good. I don't believe in that. I believe that material goals are pretty good because it makes you work, it makes you hustle for the things that you actually want, and then the moment you buy them, it's good, right? And instead of like, oh, I'm gonna go on a shopping spree because I don't feel good. Like, no, you need to make sure that you have the money first and everything. So that's awesome, Chris. That's awesome. Marcelo says, what's your opinion about the all-new Honda Passport? I do like that Honda kept the V6. It's a good-looking car. At the end of the day, it's a crossover. And so many people, for some reason, all these automotive journalists, I don't know if it's because they're trying to like bring in a Toyota crowd for a Honda crowd or like rile up 4Runner people, but they keep comparing it to the 4Runner and it's like not even close to the same thing with it being body on frame and stuff. And people are like, well, at least it has a V6. Yeah, cool. It does have a V6. So if you want a car with a V6, go for it. But it's a crossover. So it's not going to have as much, wheel travel or ground clearance for certain things. You're not going to be able to add a bunch of aftermarket parts easily really onto it, like bigger tires and everything, like you could a body on frame vehicle. So it is cool. I do like what Honda's doing. I also saw a little snippet from Motor Trend before starting this live stream with you guys that apparently Nissan has filed the patent again, or the trademark, whatever it was, for the Xterra. So that would be cool. That was really the only rival for the 4Runner that was a body on frame. I'm like 98% sure that the Xterra was a body on frame. But that would be cool if Toyota or if Nissan does that again. And some of the renders too that Motor Trend did was really awesome for that. Would you get rid of your 4Runner? I am not getting rid of this 4Runner ever. I will not be. I'm working with my detailer, Chris, to basically do a full paint correction on it, ceramic coating, a 10-year ceramic coat, and this will be one of those vehicles that just sits in the Toyota barn or my car barn in the future with just all my vehicles. PPF makes sense, but still a little disconcerting. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how hot it was, right? I mean, for there to be that video or that picture, I didn't read the article for this GX mirror thing, right? But like it's wintertime, so I know that the sun still exists in wintertime. So I'm not sure like how that happened. Again, like if it happened within the last couple weeks, that's very fishy, right? So maybe because you can have a mirror. Like, have you guys ever fried ants or fried something with a mirror and just made it smoke? So it really just depends. There's so many parameters to all that stuff, and people right now on the internet are just so fast to just talk crap about something just for either clicks, likes, all that stuff. The whole YouTube lot rot just creators that are just getting hundreds of thousands of views. Like, I'm not jealous because I don't care. I would rather work with sponsors than talking crap about a company just for views and stuff. So I don't really give a crap. And then companies like Toyota come out and say, hey, here's our sales reports. We're up this high. And it's like, okay, cool. So lot rot is a thing? No, it's not. There are a lot of vehicles on the lots, yes, but they're outselling their previous numbers, which is crazy. But anyways, so this, like, I feel like there's more to see here for this GX, basically. Can you debunk the DRCC on the 4Runner? I have no clue what that is, Aviation. If you want to spell that acronym out for me, I would really appreciate it. Unless this is climate control, CC climate control, not 100% sure. But that is, if it is climate control, then it is not on the new TRD. I don't know, TRD off-road 4Runner. It's not on that. But let me know what that acronym means, and I'll get back to you on that. Why is the stabilizer bar not available on TRD off-road? You showed has it. I know, dude. That's kind of bullcrap, right? And I did get with a individual that works with Toyota, and he said that for these, I guess, first batch 4Runners and stuff, not first batch, but the 4Runner will not have that. So that was a prototype, but just weirdly, they had that in there. And the Tacoma TRD off-road, you can option it with a stabilizer disconnect. So I am curious with the Trail Hunter, all the Land Cruisers, right? Land Cruisers overseas, new 4Runner coming out with the TRD Pro and the Trail Hunter as well, and the Tacoma that has the option for the stabilizer disconnect bars. Toyota probably honestly just doesn't have enough. They probably honestly just don't have enough for that. I think DRCC is dynamic radar cruise control. The 4Runner has dynamic radar cruise control from 2020, I think, and up. So, and also this, like, why is dual climate control not on the new 4Runner? I have no idea. Like, it's so frustrating that the Tacoma and also the 4Runner have literally the same interior, and Toyota won't be adding that as an option. So I hope that it comes in the future. Again, product longevity, right? Let's say in something was, maybe finances weren't right, and you're like, I would buy a 4Runner if, it had this, or if it had this, or I'm going to hold off. Or maybe you bought one and you're like, man, I really wish my 4Runner had dual climate control, but it's okay. And then in 3 years, Toyota's like, hey, we have dual climate control now. It may cause someone to buy another 4Runner. So that's why these brands just don't give everything right away. I kind of think it's BS, like just give it to people right away so they like really enjoy the full aspect of the vehicle. So that is kind of frustrating. Did you get the Magnuson supercharger for your Tundra? I did. It should be here within a couple weeks. I got with Yota Mafia the other day. He said that I am going to have to pay him soon, so that sucks. But the Magnuson is en route. It should be here hopefully within a couple weeks, and then we could put that on to the Tundra. Steve said, looking at the new 4Runner, where are they going to mount the front license plate? Am I missing something? Probably in the lower valence area, just like the Tacoma. There's like these two little nubs that you're able to put right there. It's kind of like the same little bumper situation going on. So it'll probably be right there before the lower valence. Tony says, my wife and I completed our pre-purchase agreement, Toyota of Claremont, last Saturday for what should be the first Everest in Florida. All in about $54K. It should arrive late February. Heck yeah, dude. That is awesome. Glad you guys were able to land one, man. I as of right now, if I'm going with this particular 4Runner, we most likely will not be getting an Everest. I wish we were getting an Everest, but we may be getting Heritage Blue. So I'm not like making videos of, oh, this is my 4Runner, this and that, just because I did that with the Tacoma. I did that with previous Tundras, and like they just got delayed or something got messed up in the pipeline. So I have multiple eggs and multiple baskets. Basically, whichever one comes in first, I'm gonna pull the trigger on. Where's the Land Cruiser? It is outside. Unfortunately, right now we have a lot of stuff in the garage and it's a complete bombshell in here. I have 4 cars in the driveway, the 4Runner in here. I really need to sell the Tacoma, get videos going on that, talking about that. But the Land Cruiser, unfortunately, right now is out in the driveway. Are you gonna attend the Overland Expo in SoCal? I do not know yet. I think that would be really, really cool to do just because it's the first one in Southern California. So I may try. I will see exactly what date that the one is in Southern California. Excuse me. And then just see if I'm able to do it. But what's up, everyone? We're at 125 people in here. If you guys could leave a like on the live stream. Hope everyone had a freaking awesome holiday season. And also looking forward to their new 2025 year. We are on day 7 of 75 hard. Not sure if anyone else is doing 75 hard, which is also, I have to abide by a diet. So we are 1 week in on the carnivore diet right now, which I've done for plenty of years or plenty of months last year. And then I fell off of it this year, basically, or I guess, I'm sorry. It was a while ago then. So 2024, I did it for 7 months in 2023 leading into 2024. And then it was kind of like my baseline diet for whatever I had to go back to. But I wasn't on top of a lot of things towards the end of 24, which does suck. So right now I am fatigued. I'm entering like the keto flu because with carnivore, you're in ketosis. And I'm honestly feeling like crap right now. But you have to get past this part to get to the whole glory and everything of ketosis and also carnivore. So yeah, doing good. We've been doing 2 workouts a day, reading, gallon of water, which I'm pretty much almost done with. And then I'm gonna have some nice warm pot roast when I get back inside, because it's been freaking cold here in Florida. So hope everyone's doing good, man. Hope you guys had a great holiday season. Adele says, what would be the first few mods for a 4Runner if you were getting a new one? So, or a new to you. Definitely all-weather floor mats if the vehicle doesn't have it. Window tint was a big thing for me. And also, I'm going to be doing this with my 4Runner. So I've had canvas back cargo liners in the back of my 4Runner forever. Absolutely loved them. They were incredible. But Last Fit apparently has basically all-weather floor liners, but for the cargo pad area. And I just realized that I told him, I hope I told him I had a sliding cargo tray. That may have been a mess up on me. And they also go on the seat back. So all-weather floor liners are a big thing for me for a 4Runner. Depending on the year of your new to you 4Runner that you're looking at about getting, I would do new LED headlights and also LED interior lights, just because the 4Runner doesn't really have the brightest of lights. So those are mainly the main mods I would do. Everything after that, just go as your budget allows and like what you think you actually need. Hi, dude. Greg says, nice to see you live, idiot. Nice to see you live for the first time. Coming from SoCal, my saying is, it's only money surfs up, my dude. Heck yeah. That's true. And honestly, that's how 25 is going to be for my wife and I. So YouTube has been pretty good so far. We've gotten some good new sponsors and everything going into 25. Hopefully, you know, the economy turns back around. Everyone is able to be prosperous again. We just live our lives and stuff, right? Instead of all this BS. And this year, my wife and I are thinking that it's gonna be kind of like an effort year. Like, hey, let's buy this, let's do this. Obviously being smart about things, right? But taking a little bit more risks this year and hoping that they really do pay off and stuff. Best mod for 23 4Runner, I'm gonna kind of wrap this into the last one, the new to me floor mats, man. Good set of all-weather floor mats. Oh, and also a center console organizer, a little plastic thing that goes in the center console. It's awesome. Toyota doesn't include any of those in any of their vehicles, and it'd be really, really nice to have. So we are looking right now, guys, at about 10 minutes behind. So again, if you guys are new to these live streams and stuff, we get about 10 minutes behind. You can donate to jump all the way up to the top and help support the channel, but you guys do not have to, because YouTube is free. But just know, it'll take me a little bit to get to your question right now. So Honda has never been competition unless it's for a daily driver. Exactly. And that's my thing with the new Passport. It looks cool. They really tried to like say, hey, this is an off-roader, but those journalists comparing it to a 4Runner, it just really made me scratch my head if you're just solely thinking about it for off-road purposes. If it's just another mall crawling SUV, hey, sure. Why not? You know, I get that. Cody X Rides, how's it going, man? Says, hey, John, my wife wants to see your cat. She's a cat lover. So we have a all-white cat, and he is inside right now. And our other cat, unfortunately, just passed away the other day. So, yeah, it's been pretty shitty last couple of days, but we do have 2 cats. And I know that my white one was in a live stream a while ago, probably walking around the vehicle and stuff right now. But he is not particular to cold weather. Thank you, True. I appreciate that. He hates it. And in the garage right now, it's probably like 50 degrees in here. Unfortunately, we don't have the my office all done up and stuff. Harbor Freight is taking forever to get my toolbox ready, and that's where all my camera gear is going to go. We're going to have the Hot Wheels up above it. I'm going to have like RGB lights, but it's not going to be all stupid colors. It'll just be like some hues of some colors. Then we'll have the racing game next to it, and it'll be a nice backdrop for live stream videos. John says 4Runner build and price just came live in Canada today. Okay, cool. The interior color choices on the Pro suck. Exterior black is the only one that gets both black and red. Ice cap and underground only get red? That's crazy for Canada, because I believe here in the United States we get, I know that we get black interior on white and stuff too. keep in mind they may just be updating it, John, like as it comes out and stuff. Or Canada is different than the United States, so that does suck. If those are the only colors, because I know that white is, you know, a good Tier D Pro color, and not everyone likes that red interior. Back of the new Passport looks a lot like a Honda Element. I do agree with that too. The LX700H will be the best Toyota ever. We will see. I get to drive that February 1st, I think. Or, yeah, I think I get to drive that thing February 1st. Baka, how's it going, man? Thank you. Happy New Year. Sell that blue 4Runner for the new one. I will not be selling this 4Runner at all. Going to be keeping it forever. And yes, the Overtrail 700H, very, very cool. Supercharger going in on the Tundra. Can't wait to see if it's going to get some good power out of it. John, what's your opinion on Honda and Nissan merging? I think that would be pretty cool if and Mitsubishi as well. I think it'll be cool, but I'm not sure if like they're merging to just help one another, right? Because Honda was having a downtime. Nissan and especially Mitsubishi have been having some really down times. So I'm not sure if like they're merging to like kind of save each other, or if they're all going to become one unified brand, you know? Maybe they're just merging to share money around, or they're just merging to just become one brand. That would be crazy if it's just a whole new car company. So I think it's cool, right? You know, see where things are low, scoop up companies and make a better car, because Nissan, you know, they know how to make cars. Mitsubishi, they've known how to make cars for a while. They've kind of like fallen off a lot, especially after the tuner days and everything. Just people kind of stopped that stuff. And then Honda, you know, they make some of the most reliable cars out there as well. Gory says, went into the Toyota dealership in December of 24 to order a 4Runner and was told I could only order a 25. Yeah, dude, you are unfortunately, Gory, about 3 months behind on that. I think a lot of the 24 4Runners were scooped up in September, October, and into the November timeframe. I think the last live stream that I did in the last bit of December, someone was saying that there's only 2 or 3 available new in the entire nation, and they were 2-wheel drive 4Runners. Any mods coming for the Land Cruiser? We just got new wheels today for the Land Cruiser. Going to change it up just a little bit. Kind of cool concept on these wheels. And then we do also have the roof rack and the rock sliders from Westcott Designs, and also some canvas backliner stuff for it. I also got an intake for the 4Runner, or for the Land Cruiser as well, so we can hear some turbo noises, and also potentially some more turbo noises coming from the charge pipes as well, because I got charge pipes from AFE. Victor says, ever since I found out that the 4Runner won't have the sway bar disconnect, I started considering a Tacoma. With your knowledge, would you recommend a pickup for 2025 Tacoma, or wait for my ordered 4Runner? To be completely honest with you, the sway bar disconnect is very cool, but it's not needed. It is not needed at all. So unless you want a truck, I would get the Tacoma. But if it's solely just for the sway bar disconnect and you really want a 4Runner, I don't think that it's like the biggest, oh crap, like thing, right? Like my orange Tacoma that I had ordered had a sway bar disconnect. It kept getting delayed. So I just said, F it. Bought the underground one out of Kentucky instead of the dealership that I had a Tacoma allocated from. And I could care less, honestly. I was able to off-road a lot in Texas, Moab, Utah, Arizona, California with it. Like, I off-roaded the crap out of that truck. And not once did I get into a situation where I was like, oh, I wish I had a sway bar disconnect. You know, it may have helped on like 1 or 2 obstacles in Moab, but like, I still got through those obstacles. It may have made it way easier, but it wasn't needed, honestly, at all. Daniel, how's it going, man? Says, crazy to me that a 40K Highlander LE has 3-zone climate control, but a 55K 4Runner still has single zone. Not only that, the 4Runner, once you get to the limited, it does technically have dual zone. So, I mean, it is there in a 55K-ish 4Runner. But yes, the ORPs, the last gen didn't have it either, which I believe the Tier D off-roads of the last gen didn't have it. I know that the Tier D Pros and Limiteds did. Yeah, I completely agree. It's bogus, especially when the Tacoma has it as well from the same exact looking dashboard. And not only that, but like AC vents in the roof line would be nice too, instead of AC vents just only in that little freaking center console there. Taco Hog says, still always doing mods on my channel for the 24 Tacoma. And up to 10,000 miles now, no issues at all. Guys, go on over to Taco Hog's channel if you want some more 4th gen Tacoma content. Frank, how's it going, sir? Says, will you be going to Cruise Moab this year? It will be my first one. Got to get that GX going, right? I'm not sure. I may do Cruise Moab this year. That was a lot of fun last year. Depending on, honestly, where I get my 4Runner from, it'll dictate, I guess, a lot of my off-roading. If I get it out of the West Coast, then sure, it'll probably just live on the West Coast for a little bit. But if I get it from Texas, which is where my other eggs basket are, I may bring it out there for that, but we will see. It was a great event. I may just fly out for it and just ride around with people for it, because that was a very, very fun event. Yep, so I'm doing, it's called Carnivore Diet. So basically meat, you could do cheese and dairy if you really want. Red meat could be chicken, it could be fish. Like, you could eat whatever like meats and stuff you want. That is just the main core of your diet. No sugars, no veggies, no fruits, nothing like that. So it was good to me back at the end of 2023. Did it for a while, and now doing it again just to get back on track with everything. JV says that my 24 Tundra SR, I want to put a 3.5-inch lift kit on it, keep it stock, or keep the stock 18-inch wheels. Is that a good combination? Yeah, I mean, if you like the wheels, then of course it would be a good combination. I would just make sure that you put bigger tires on it. Then it would look good with the 3.5-inch lift. Just make sure that you're not going too wide. I'm not sure how wide those wheels are on the SR5 Tundra, so I'm not sure how wide of wheels you could be comfortable putting on that truck. But yeah, I'm sure that it would look good. I do like a stock OEM Plus look sometimes. Well, all the time, really, I do. Blue STI, how's it going? Says, Sween says, best way to black out the wheels on an ORP. I noticed you could buy, or you could pay $1,200 to get black TRD rims. If you go to raveoffroad.com, if you're talking about a new 24 off-road premium, if you go to raveoffroad.com, they have these decals that just cover up that black bit, or that machine polished bit on those new Tacoma and also 4Runners. The 4Runners that will be coming out. Guys, we are about, where are we at? 9 minutes now behind. So we caught up with a whole minute or so. So don't think I'm ignoring you guys that have been commenting. I truly appreciate it. But we are about 9 minutes behind on the comments right now. Mark says, hey John, is the new 4Runner going to have the old school 4-wheel drive shift lever? It is not anymore. It is only going to have a dial, unfortunately. So like my 4Runner right here, it has a mechanical shift lever. The TRD Pros and also the off-roads had them. Unfortunately, mine does not have that, or the new ones do not have that. And mine that I will be getting doesn't have it. It's just a little dial, electronic, for the 4-wheel drive system. Adele says, which of your Toyotas do you gravitate towards most in terms of driving / mall crawling? Probably the Land Cruiser right now. It's just very comfortable to drive. The 4Runner is always the OG, but definitely the Land Cruiser is what I gravitate towards, just driving more. It's really easy to drive, gets decent gas mileage. The seats are stupid comfortable. And yeah, for our area, it's pretty nice. That's why I think if we got the GX, it would be what I loved about the Tundra. I just really enjoyed that powertrain more. And also what I like about the Land Cruiser, just mashed into one vehicle, and then you add the Lexus quality on top of it. I think that would be probably one of my favorite vehicles that I own in the garage. Carlos says, what's up, John? From Long Beach, California. A lot of California people in here. We have from LA, San Diego. Also, you guys hopefully are enjoying it out there. Some good weather right now. Yeah, my year is crappy too. Yeah, I mean, hey, all we can do, is just mentally shut that off, bounce back, and just say, hey, we're not going to make our years crappy anymore. If we have control over it, like, let's take care of the things that we have that we have control over, you know? It does suck. It really sucks. Pets are family and all that stuff. I do agree. It happened so fast, and it just really freaking sucked. Like, it's crazy because, like, my mental state for January 1st, I was like, let's effing go, dude. We are ready to go. New year. Let's start. Let's go. And it was like the next day is, I'm like, oh my God. So had her for 12 years. She was amazing, amazing, amazing cat. And people say, oh, cats don't have personalities. It just depends. You're either a cat person or you just think they're a waste of life. I thought cats were a waste of life when I was growing up. I was just like, what's the point? Like, it's a cat. But after having cats and stuff, they're so freaking cool. Especially, you know, she was a cuddle bug, and our other cat is like more of a dog and rambunctious. I could play fetch with him and all this stuff. It's kind of crazy, or at least we used to. He hasn't played fetch in a while. But yeah, no, it sucks, man. But we're getting better. We're getting better. So it's still fresh. But I was like, you know what? It's been a week since I've talked to everyone on YouTube, and I was like, maybe it'll get my mind off of some stuff instead of just sitting around moping in the garage. And it has, guys. So it's been awesome just getting back on YouTube. We have a lot of videos to make this year, especially with the sponsors and stuff that we have, and you know, ton of stuff coming up this month and next month. Did you get rid of your Tacoma off-road yet? No, I have not. I have a couple more things to do with it, and if the Tacoma doesn't sell this month, I'm probably just gonna trade it in, just strip it down and just trade it in February for the new 4Runner, unfortunately, because there is content to do back and forth between that and the TRD Pro that I have, which I would like to do that stuff. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't sell in January, I'm probably just going to trade it in for the new 4Runner. Will you buy a Tundra if they do a refresh in 2026? I 100% am going to be buying a Tundra for the refresh. I may also be buying, guys, another 3rd gen Tundra. I know I told you guys I'm done with the Tundra until they actually do a refresh on it that's, you know, meaningful. But I may just buy a, what's the name of the freaking color? Mudbath TRD Pro, just because I haven't had a hybrid yet, and just to see, because all I had was a 2022, right? They're still working out issues. And then I had a 2023 that was a very early 2023, and they're still working out some issues. So a lot of people have said that, oh, my Tundra's great. Like, I have no issues with my Tundra. It's a 24. Their new 2025s have been good. So I know I wrote off the Tundra and said, I'm just waiting for the refresh. I'm done with it. But I may just buy a late model 25 or a 26 if it's not the refresh, and which I don't think it is. And also just see what issues like I had if they're still on a 25. So yes, to answer your question, Betty, I will be buying a new Tundra for the refresh, but I may also be buying a new one early. And that's not to say I'm going to get rid of my TRD Pro I have here. I'm going to send that to Westcott Designs. He's going to build it up, and it's going to be awesome. Are you able to give hints on dates for 6th Gen Drive event? Will it be closer to the end of January? It'll be very close to the end of January. My birthday is January 25th. I will not be here prior to that, but I will be here back in Florida after that. So when the embargo lifts, though, it will be before February, though. So we will be driving them very end of January. I'm not exactly sure yet on if we're able to, like, the unfortunate thing from Toyota recently for some reason is, like, they don't even allow us to do walk-around videos. But they allow us to do walk-around videos, but we can't post those until the embargo lifts too, which is kind of crazy, right? Because people want to see, like, if I got there and I didn't give you any driving impressions about the SR5, but I want to show you it right away, Toyota's like, you have to wait until the embargo. At least it has been the last couple things. We'll see how it is with this event. Hopefully, at least I could get photos and stuff for you guys of the SR5 or whatever, right? Because that is like my #1 video to, like, do. That and the Platinum are the two that I really, really, really want to see and give you guys, like, good walk-around content of it. John Elliott says, I wish Canada had your pricing. 4Runner Pro, yeah, Canada's pricing You guys are all over the place. I mean, hopefully with whatever. These are live streams. I don't care. If we get political, we get political. Hopefully with Trudeau stepping down, whoever gets in there may be able to pivot Canada, your guys' economy on a better track, because you guys have hit just crazy inflation there. And the Canadian dollar is different, like currency wise, than us here in the United States, right? For what things cost. But it's wild. So hopefully we start to bring it down in Canada as well. Thank you, Betty. I appreciate that. Hershey says V6 twin turbo full size Honda coming to compete with the Sequoia. That would be wild if Honda does that. The GX Overtrail also doesn't have 3-zone climate control either. Yeah, and if you guys saw the 25 GX stuff, like it jumped up in price a lot for the Overtrail, and it just got like an inch lift kit, I think. It got some aux switches, and I think it got one or two memory seats, I think. Something like that. When deciding on new rims, does lub-centric or hub-centric matter much or off? Definitely you want to get hub-centric, because it's gonna fit on a Toyota hub a lot better. It's gonna be way more secure to get hub-centric. So I would definitely make sure that you're getting that on your vehicle. Basically, a lot of these good wheel sites, you are able to put in what your Toyota is on the site, and then you're able to get the perfect matchup for that. So they will make sure that the hub bore and all that stuff is perfect for your selected vehicle. Cripple Creek says 24 TRD Off-Road Premium does not have dual climate control. Okay, cool. So getting back to that. All right, so I mean, it makes sense then why for the 6th gen they didn't do it, because I guess it never had it, but it just sucks. Again, like I was saying, the interior is the same as the Tacoma, and the Tacoma TRD Off-Road Premium has it. But thank you for verifying that. David says, are you enjoying your Land Cruiser? I can't wait till you compare the 4Runner and the Land Cruiser. I am so far. There are some things with it where I'm just kind of like, it's whatever. It's definitely, in my opinion, not a $76,000 vehicle. Like, I really do wish that I just got a base Land Cruiser for like 60 grand, but I wanted to get one of the first, and the first editions were all that were available at the time. So I am okay with getting that for the content. It has definitely paid for itself in the 8 months that I've had it. But if I was to do it all over again, I'd just get a normal Land Cruiser. I wouldn't even get the premium package, probably. I would just get a normal Land Cruiser for like 60 grand. That is the perfect vehicle, and I think that I would have been more okay with it versus it being, mine was close to like 75 grand. And this comment right here too, I know a lot of people will benefit from it, because in my head, I wanted to trade in the Land Cruiser for the 4Runner, but I think having both for some time will be beneficial for people to see the differences between the two for cargo, driving characteristics. The thing that does suck though is the 4Runner that I'm getting is not a hybrid, so I won't be able to, have a hybrid and a hybrid, but it will be cool to have a non-hybrid 4Runner, the Land Cruiser, and get a GX again from Toyota for about a week as a press vehicle, and have all three of those at the same time. Also, I'm super excited to compare my old 4Runner to a new 4Runner, because, old 4Runner buyers, they may be thinking about the new one, and it'll be cool to have both side by side to really see the differences, the characteristics of both. So yes, I am enjoying the new Land Cruiser. I do wish that I just got a normal a normal Land Cruiser grade for like 60 grand. But aside from that, it's been good so far. We do have some modifications for it, which is another reason why I'm keeping it and stuff. And it's been fun. Dan Clark says, hey, John, picking up a Tier D off-road premium with the iForce Max on the 15th. It's my first truck. Very excited. Dude, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It is so peppy, that iForce Max. I assume you're talking about the Tacoma. It's a very, very peppy engine. I hope you really enjoy it. Raver says, hey, John, RAV4 TRD off-road or Tacoma TRD off-road. Kicker Tacoma would be manual. Thoughts? Those could not be any of the most polar opposite of a vehicle. RAV4, it's a little crossover, gets very good gas mileage. Well, the TRD off-road, it's okay. And the Tacoma's a truck and it's a manual. So I could honestly care less for manuals unless it's like in a car. The Tacoma manual, it's good. Like, it's not bad by any means. This new automatic transmission, the Tacoma, though, is just light years better compared to the outgoing automatic transmission. But I don't know. I would pick a RAV, honestly, over a Tacoma manual, I guess. I don't know. The RAV4 was really good. I enjoyed our RAV4 when we had it a lot. Granted, it was a hybrid XSE, so it was a little bougie one, and it was a hybrid and got like 42 miles a gallon. That was one car I regret selling. I traded that in for my white Tundra back in the day. And the only reason, like, dude, COVID had prices crazy high. Like, we got more for that car than what we paid for it, and there was like 12,000 miles on the car. Like, COVID was such crazy times for car stuff. It's actually really wild. But I don't know, man. Like, if you're going to need a truck for truck stuff, buy a truck. If you're not going to need a truck at all, because you're talking towing capacity difference, payload capacities, like, that's such a polar opposite. I can't even recommend one over the other because they're just so different. Tong says, hey, brother, 2024 TRD Pros, is it good for now? Yes. 24 or whatever 24 you're talking about, they're good for now. You know, TRD Pros always hold their values over TRD off-roads. They're really good for holding value purposes. Now, is it worth the money sometimes? No, sometimes it's worth the money of just buying a TRD off-road and building it up. But I will always recommend TRD Pros if you want to have a vehicle that will hold its value a little bit longer than the other ones. David said, just wanted to say hi. The 24 Tacoma off-road is the best first truck, and you're one of the people I've listened to. Well, heck yeah, David. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It is all, based on the person themselves, right? Because I really, really enjoy the 4th gen Tacoma, and this isn't me fluffing it up. Toyota doesn't pay me. I don't get a commission for David saying, hey, your videos help influence me. That's awesome. I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, like, I truly myself enjoy the truck. I had 2 3rd gens before it. They were okay. This 4th gen is just so much better than the 3rd gen, in my opinion, in every single way. There's been some 3rd gen owners that try to drive the 4th gen and they're like, I hate it. Cool. That's your opinion, man. So I'm glad, though, David, that you like it. That's awesome, man. Jim says, did the dealer fix your Land Cruiser brake squeal? They did not. I did make a update video on this last week, or maybe a little bit longer. Like I said, my last week has just been flipped upside down in life and everything. But I think maybe 10 days ago, I made a video updating you all on the Land Cruiser. Unfortunately, dude, I still need to review the dealer because I may just do a meh review because they asked me, hey, what's your opinion on this stuff? They could not duplicate it. And the next day that we drove that Land Cruiser, it was screeching. So I don't know what the heck's going on. I don't even know if they freaking really drove our Land Cruiser. I'm kind of over going to that particular dealership right now because it's like every single vehicle I bring in there, I give them so much ample time to do stuff, and like nothing gets actually fixed. It's always cannot duplicate, and I'm getting very, very frustrated with that. So no, they did not fix that, but there is TSBs for the GX now, the RAV4, just so many. After talking about that in videos, there's so many Toyota vehicles that are having brake squeal issues. It's kind of pathetic from Toyota. And even going to the Starbucks the other day, because that's what the Land Cruiser is built for, right, guys? Even going to the Starbucks the other day and going around the drive-thru in EV mode, the brakes are like making a screeching noise. Like as I'm going forward in idle, I'm like, this is pathetic for a $70,000+ vehicle. So to answer your question, no, they did not fix it, unfortunately. David also says, curious. I think this is a different David. Yes, it's a different David. I can see the names now. Curious, they usually put the most reliable engine in the Land Cruiser. Do you think that the 4-cylinder turbo is going to be more reliable than the V6? So far, it has been, especially compared to the Tundra. But I don't know why. I truly think that this 2.4 turbo is going to be a modern day 22RE. The 22RE is one of Toyota's most bulletproof, reliable engines that we get in America, aside from the diesels and stuff that they get overseas, right? So I truly do hope and believe that this 2.4 will be the modern day 22RE. And I think that it's just going to be a rock star engine. I'm hoping, and again, this is me fluffing it up. I really do think that it'll be a very good engine going forward, especially because it's in so many cars. Like, that's the big thing. This truck version of this 2.4, right? You have the car version in the Highlander, the Grand Highlander, all that stuff, and probably in other cars in the future, Lexus models as well. You have the car version of it, and then you have a truck version of it in the Tacoma, 4Runner, Land Cruiser. The new GX hybrid will most likely have the same engine in it when that comes out as a hybrid, unless they're going to put the 3.4 hybrid in the GX. That would be wild. But it's going to be in a lot of truck-based vehicles for Toyota. So if it fails somewhere in, like, let's say the Land Cruisers are starting to have issues, they could be like, okay, is this the same in the 4Runners? Yes, it is. Have preventative, because someone was having issues in a Land Cruiser, or they were seeing the same issues in a Land Cruiser, a Tacoma, and a 4Runner. They're like, cool, well, we can pinpoint this is the issue and then make that a better engine because it's in more vehicles, more environments, more stress, this and that, based on the different tolerances of the vehicle. So that's pretty sweet. Are you selling your 24 Tacoma? Maybe interested. It is a 24 Tacoma with mods you're selling, right? Yes, that underground Tacoma that I have on my channel, you can send me an email, aviation@bluetrrdjohn@gmail.com. The asking price on the Tacoma as is 50 grand. It has 12,507 miles on it right now, and has over $15,000 worth of modifications on it. So if you want it completely stripped, it would be about, I want to say 40. I'm going to wait until I officially look that up on Kelly Blue Book and all this stuff, because I'm making a dedicated "this truck is for sale" video on that thing. But yes, it is for sale, and if I don't sell it this month, then I will be most likely just trading it in for the new 4Runner. Phoenix Odyssey, what up, man? Sorry, this is a little late getting to you popping in here, but he says, what's up, chat? We are 15 minutes. Holy crap, dude. How the frick did time go by so fast? Okay, we're about 15 minutes behind on the chat right now. We are going to blow through some stuff right now. So I think that the 2.4 will be more reliable than the 3.4. I do agree with that too, especially with how we are right now with that 3.4. It did not get off to a good start with the turbos, and also with the freaking debris or whatever is causing these main bearings and stuff to spin out. I just got my 1958 Land Cruiser. Love it. I'm amazed with how many 250 haters there are. Dude, there's going to be haters on everything. They don't like that it's a 4-cylinder, this and that. I mean, it's a Prado technically here in the United States, right? But it's a 250 series, and we just call it a Land Cruiser because we don't have the big boy Land Cruiser. But yes, people don't like that what we had and what we have now. I get it, but like, me as an owner, I enjoy it. You know, it's fine. Like, there's just so many haters out there. A lot of them are people that can't afford them, but still, like, it's crazy. Hey bro, what's your opinions on the Land Rover Discovery 5 versus the Land Cruiser? I like all the engine options and stuff that it has. I'm not the biggest fan really of the looks, I guess, of it. I saw like a kind of not stripped down version, but a very entry level version of it. And it was okay. But I would personally probably pick a Land Cruiser over the Land Rover. Granted, I haven't driven one. I just don't care for the looks. And from what I've heard, the reliability on Land Rovers aren't the best. I'm not sure if that's changed over the last decade or so, but there is not a stigma, but a saying with Land Rovers, like, you're always going to be fixing on them and stuff. Any update on your TRD Pro soon? Yes, there is a video dropping this week. We got the window tint on it. I'm putting new wheels and tires on it as well. I basically had it tinted on the 30th, and instead of just doing a video of it getting window tinted, I wanted to add wheels and tires onto it as well. We had a couple days of rain, which sucked. And then some family stuff happened, which is why I've just been completely pretty much off of social media and YouTube for the last couple of days. But getting back at it now. And yes, there will be a good bit of that Tacoma Tier D Pro content coming because like I bought it to do that stuff. The Cali Race stuff is coming in the mail. More modifications have been coming in the mail for it. And also we are talking with a PPF company as well to potentially change the color or just do film PPF on it. Still loving your blue 5th gen. Bro, it's the best. Such a solid unit. Running late, all good, man. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate it. Burning through some of these. I do like to give you guys like a lot of, you know, time and stuff when it comes to comments, but I can't believe that we got that far behind on him. PS says, hey, John, I have a 24 Tier D off-road premium, but no sway bar disconnect. Yeah, it doesn't need, it's not standard in them. Unfortunately, it is an option that you get and it's built into it. So I'm not sure if you can get it added at the dealership. I feel like that may be a bit of work because it's a different sway bar, but maybe the linkage and everything's there. You just need a different sway bar and you just need the button. I'm not 100% sure. Maurice says, hey, it's Mo from Ontario. My Mud Bath Pro will be in February. So excited. That's freaking awesome. It's such a cool color. I hope you enjoy it. I see you have room there in the garage for a 25 4Runner. I do. It'll be sitting, well, in all honesty, it'll probably sit outside. And the Land Cruiser will still be in the garage. But yes, there is room in the garage for another vehicle. There always is. There's more room in the driveway than in the garage, that's for sure. Trying to decide between a 4Runner Sport or off-road. What's your take? I like to off-road from time to time, but not every day. If you like the appearance of the off-road more, then I would do that. If you like the appearance of the Tier D Sport more, I would do that. Me personally, I don't like the appearance of the Sport. I don't really care for the hood scoop, the fake hood scoop that much. It just vibrates a lot. I assume in the 4Runner it will too. And I like the black accents that the off-road has. So that is what I am going with for those two. Kodiak says that he disagrees with me. His 2020 Tacoma Tier D Off-Road Premium has a 6-speed. So you wanted that on the 3rd gens because the automatic was just bad on those 3rd gens. Always shifting all over the place and stuff. So yes, it was very, very popular with the 3rd gens. And I'm curious if that's why Toyota decided to kind of like keep it for the 4th gens. But yeah, hey, if you want a manual and you want to feel connected for it, do it. Save the manuals. But I am all about saving the manuals when it comes to sports cars, personally. But yeah. Justin says, hey man, been a fan for a while. Was going to trade in my Accord for a 5th gen Tier D Pro, but now looking at a 2nd gen Sequoia Tier D Pro or 06 to 07 Land Cruiser. Thoughts? Be well. Appreciate the support, Justin. I've never really cared for the looks of a 2nd gen Sequoia. It was just, is very bubbly for me. But you know, with bigger tires and stuff, it looks good, right? Like even my 2nd gen Tundra out there, I've never really been a fan of the looks until it was lifted and built up a little bit. So Sequoia could be great for that. 5.7, great engine. Or, you know, a 200 series Land Cruiser, I think was in 07, I want to say. That you can't go wrong with. I mean, that is also tried and true as well. So 5th gen, can't go wrong with 5th gen. Those other two vehicles, though, are definitely a lot bigger, and also the V8s are very welcomed, too. So I would maybe lean towards those just for the space and the engine if you need that. But all of them are going to be a lot bigger and a lot more capable, clearly, off-road than a Sienna. Or than an Accord. Hey, have you tried to compare to a Ford Ranger Raptor yet? A lot of YouTubes called it Truck of the Year. Yeah, it's a great truck. I've sat in it. It felt a little cheap, but it was at the LA Auto Show a couple years ago, so I believe that was a prototype. I would love to sit in a production model Ranger Raptor. I would love to drive one and off-road one. I almost bought one, honestly, guys, before this Tacoma Tier D Pro, but I think if I am going to get a Raptor, it would be a F-150 Raptor versus a Ranger Raptor, but a lot of people that have gotten them, man, they say they really, really like them. What do you do for power/fuse management for all your auxiliary lighting? So when I had a lot on my green Tacoma that I had a little pod switcher thing that was connected to a little switch panel that I did a video about. But for my Tacoma that I have right now, it actually has the 3 auxiliary switches on it. On this 4Runner, that light bar down there at the bottom, all I did was just run a wire inside, and I have an OEM plus style switch for from Cali Rays. So we did cover this earlier, but for everyone joining in, so I read some comments on that apparently it was PPF, and people were saying, yo, this is bad journalism. It was literally the PPF film that melted, so not Lexus. It was the film that they used from a third-party company. And also, if that was recent, like within, whenever that article was written, if it was within the last week or 2 weeks, it's wintertime. So I don't know how stuff gets like that hot to melt something, unless, if you guys ever use the mirror to like burn grass or light a fire or something by reflecting the sun with a mirror onto something. Maybe that car was parked in a bad spot and something reflected onto it. I have no idea. I would ask to see the other mirror. Again, I haven't read the article, so we'll see. But from what I gathered in the comments real fast, it was like faulty PPF. So I haven't read the article. I guess I should, because a couple of people have been talking about that. Raver says, thanks for your input on the RAV4 in Tacoma. I've been seeing a lot of videos from numerous channels talking about the car market taking a dump. Yeah, those YouTubers, they're definitely taking advantage of the car market, which this is like a normal kind of market, having options, being able to get stuff under MSRP. They're like so used to COVID, and they're still like on that horse of COVID of like, oh, the market's crashing. I mean, like, I don't know how many videos I see with the same freaking titles of the market crashing for like the last 6 months. Like I'm honestly over it. It is so crazy. Like, yes, it is a different market. I sold my Tundra for way less than I wish I should, but I'm not making these consistent rant videos with the same titles, man. Like, and they still get views, and I don't give a shit. Like, I am in this for sponsors. I want to help other companies grow and stuff, not just make stupid videos and whatnot about it. But you could get a Tacoma for good price off of MSRP. You could get a RAV4 for a good price off of MSRP. Like, especially if the dealership has vehicles sitting on the lot, you could get a good price. GX's engine is way better. Yeah, I enjoy the way that it drives. I really do. What do you think about FJ Cruisers? I love them. I want to have one day. I just love how awkward they are and just unique looking, and just the rugged interior. I just really, really like them. Could go one of 2 ways. I want to build one as a ute, kind of like as a truck, but I do also want a Radiant Red Trail Teams or a Heritage Blue FJ Cruiser Trail Teams, just like in just amazing condition. What are your thoughts on Camry 25 Hybrid? I like it. I drove it. I haven't made a video on it, but I did drive it back in California last year. It was a good car. Like, I enjoy the Camry. I think it looks cool. The interior, I wish they did a little bit more with, but that new hybrid system in it is very, very good. It gets great gas mileage too. How do you get over the first scratch in a new car? It sucks, man. It sucks, Callan. It's so bad, especially because we pay so much money for these vehicles, right? And then it gets like just scratching, like, oh my gosh, dude. It's horrible. I still have a scratch on that Tacoma out there that I'm going to get fixed. Jay, how's it going, man, from Chicago? But yeah, it just sucks getting a scratch, especially if it's something stupid versus like, you're off-roading, you're having a good time and something just happens. But yeah, like just intentionally putting a scratch on a vehicle sucks. Have you ever explored importing a diesel from overseas? I want to do either a older Land Cruiser one day, or also a 3rd gen 4Runner Hilux Surf in purple would be the 3rd gen 4Runner that I would like to get imported, and that would most likely be a diesel. Or if we import a 4-door Hilux truck, That would actually be pretty cool too. There's also a lot of like Toyota vans and stuff. Dude, the import scene right now for the United States, because like I believe it's 20 years or 25 years or something like that, we're starting to get some really cool vehicles from Japan that you're able to import over. So I wouldn't mind it. My only thing would be like finding a shop, if anything happens to go wrong with that. David says, I agree with your take on it being a new 22RE. There's a reason why they put them in every platform they sell currently. Exactly. I mean, it does have to do with emissions as well, but I really do hope it's because and again, like I said this plenty of times, like the Tacoma is just built better than the Tundra. I have more faith, like long term, right? And of course, the Tundra is already showing its signs of issues, right? So I have a lot of faith in that 2.4. I have a 09 Taco with a 2.7. Good acceleration, MPGs. Any thoughts on why the 2.4 liter used instead of a bulletproof 2.7? Probably because of emissions again, displacement as well, and it just how that engine would be with the turbo. Maybe it could be lighter as well, or change the way for different internals too. And it is based on the car engines, like in the Highlander stuff in Lexus too. So maybe just to make it simpler across the board is just why they went with the 2.4 across the board as well. 2.7 not instead. Yeah, no, I got you on that one. Aviation says, sorry about the Tacoma thing. The comments keep getting all messed up. It's all good. And we are a little bit behind in the comments right now. Not too far. I think we're only like 14 minutes, so we're good. But yeah, again, if you guys think I'm ignoring you, I'm not. I'm trying to get caught up. We are about 14 minutes behind, but I do enjoy all the interaction. We have like 130 people in here across Facebook and also YouTube. So if you guys could leave a like, I appreciate it. We are trying to do a live stream every single week this year. We will see. There is sometimes travel. Not sure if we're going to be doing a vacation at all this year. We really don't vacation that much, but I'm going to try to live stream once a week every year. And then once we also get the office up and going, we may have multiple live streams a week. Just depends on, how we can do stuff. Is the Lexus GX coming in a hybrid version? I heard it was. I heard it would be the same hybrid as the Land Cruiser. I thought it was supposed to come out for 25, but I guess not. So it may be a 26 thing. Brandon says, have you experienced any issues with Land Cruiser with its power delivery as in not linear? Haggerty wasn't a fan of the new powertrain. I haven't. It's been peppy for me. It's not a V8, but you have a lot more low-end torque with it, and it does kind of fade off towards the top. But I mean, it's a big SUV. I don't understand why people want it to be a race car. But you have a good bit of low-end torque. Now, I do feel that the Tacoma TRD Pro that I have is significantly peppier than the Land Cruiser. Like that Tacoma is always ready to go versus the Land Cruiser is a little bit more refined. It does have good low-end torque, but you kind of have to put your pedal down a little bit more to get it up and going. Cripple Creek says, don't forget to leave a like, everyone. Heck yeah, man. Listen to Cripple Creek Studios. Thank you. I appreciate it. Greetings from Corpus Christi, Texas. Heck yeah. I hope you guys are staying warm over there. We're, I know that it's colder up north, as I've already mentioned and everything. But it is cold down here in the south right now, and we are not used to it. So that's why when it gets cold here, we all complain because we're not used to it. So if you're used to the cold, yeah, whatever. 20 degrees, -5, who cares? It's the same thing. It's like when I lived in Arizona. 105 to 115, it was like the same miserable thing, right? And you're just used to it. So would love to see more about color PPF, trying to decide on vinyl wrap versus color PPF myself. Color PPF. I will still make content on that, but if you're gonna spend the money and have someone take apart the vehicle anyways, it'd be cool to have it be a film that will also protect the vehicle because it's a lot thicker and everything too. But I will be documenting that when it's time. Mark Barentine, rumor that Mini FJ will have a 2.7 engine. That's unlikely the model available. And I think that 2.7 is a diesel, maybe overseas. I don't know, because the same 2.4 turbo that we have in the Land Cruiser here is also overseas as well. There are variants of the Land Cruiser overseas. of this 250 Prado that are diesel. There is some that have like the 4Runner's engine in it. This one behind me in both a Prado, and also there's 300 series out there with a 4.0 from this 4Runner in it. There's a 2.4 hybrids and also 2.4 non-hybrids. So overseas is crazy, like with the differences of Land Cruisers out there. The new 4Runner is going to be made in Japan. Would you ever import a 70 series into Florida? Yes, I definitely would. Because Florida has very kind of loose import laws. Like it's easier to register something here than it is for a lot of other states. So I would love a 70 series. I would really like to buy land or a house in Costa Rica. You can buy a 70 series in Costa Rica. You can also buy a Hilux in Costa Rica as well. So there depends on if YouTube is still a thing for me, like, you know, a year, 2 years, whatever down the road and stuff. But I think that would be really cool to have that, like, different content, you know, there. I really like the hood of a 25 4Runner, but I want the capability of the sport, of the off-road. Think it'll be hard to trade hoods. No, so some people actually look for that, especially if you could find it the same color, or, you know, several months down the road, or I hope not months, maybe several years down the road, you could find them on eBay, or like a wrecked one at a local junkyard, maybe got hit in the rear and the hood's still good and it's the same color. You should just be able to pop a hood off and pop a new one on, and it should fit right up. Do you think that you'll be buying the next gen RAV4, considering you regret selling your old one? If it's a little bit bigger, I would definitely consider it, because me and my wife, we've kind of talked about a Grand Highlander for like these road trips and stuff that we go on, but it's not like insanely needed to have a big vehicle like that for us. So a RAV4, if it's like marginally bigger than what it was, we may see it on the channel. And Ephraim, yeah, exactly. Him among others. There are several out there just doing the clickbaity stuff. The market is good. It just isn't the same after COVID inflation. It's a thing. We just have options now on vehicles. Exactly. So this conversation is kind of going back to the clickbait YouTubers and the market and stuff right now. And the market is down, you know, it's Christmas time and everything like that. New president coming into office. We had the elections. Like, it's just the perfect recipe for just a very crappy market across all boards. My wife's in real estate. The market sucks there. Like, it just sucks everywhere. Inflation, everything's catching up with people. Elections, new president coming in, like I said, and then just everything happening, right? Like, people were only able to float it for so long until they really realized that, like, dude, groceries is more important than a freaking car. You know, living is more important than my Amazon purchase or whatever. So there's a lot of stuff going on. And it's like people forgot, I guess, that, like, you're supposed to buy a car and the value goes down. Like, that's a thing. Like, that's a thing. So I don't understand how COVID was, like, at least here in Florida, it was like 3 months, right? And I know that it still has effects in other places and stuff. But it was like such a short period of time, but like everyone's minds is still about it. It's like, move on. We're done. Like, let's just get back to what stuff was. That's my mindset on it. People can totally have your own opinions. That's the beauty of freedom of speech. But yeah, like, dude, I don't understand how it's a bad thing. And this isn't me fluffing up Toyota. I'm talking like all brands. I don't understand how it's a bad thing and why someone would complain about going to a dealership, having 5 to 10 to 20 different options there, instead of being like, oh, well, I want this color. Ooh, we're not getting that for another 4 months. Oh, well, that sucks. I want that color. Hey, there's 5 of them right in front of you. And you know what? Since there's 5 of the same one right in front of you, and you're the only buyer on the lot, that dealer probably needs to sell that freaking car. So now you can negotiate and get $5, $6, $7, $10,000 off of MSRP. Poof. Crazy concept, bro. It's ridiculous. I don't know. A lot of people are doing clickbait stuff, need to realize that, yes, prices are out of this world, and there are so many other ways now to make money besides that too. And I really hope that in these videos, because my wife says I come off very aggressive sometimes, but I really hope people realize that, right? Like it truly sucks when people just let factors that they don't but do have control over just ruin them. Like in videos where I get these new cars, like, oh, John must be nice. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice having it sucks sometimes with the car payments, but it's nice having all these vehicles sometimes. But guess what? I monetize on YouTube. I monetize on Facebook. I monetize on TikTok. I monetize on Instagram. I monetize with sponsors and stuff, right? If I didn't have all that, I wouldn't have all these vehicles. And if I was struggling, I'd figure out how to freaking make some money. So like money is out there. You just have to grab it. And that's the whole reason why I'm doing this live stream tonight, right? Live streams don't make that much money, but it interacts with my audience. And then when I post a video, you guys know that I'm still alive. Instead of just getting in the mindset of not posting to YouTube because we had a family matter happen, which sucked, but it sucks, but you gotta turn that off, get back to doing what you're doing to live life again, right? And if you're bitching and complaining about something being so expensive, then one, run for office, fix it, do what you gotta do, or vote the way you gotta vote, make sure that it counts, and also work your freaking butt off to make it happen, right? We'll make it happen. That's what we gotta do. How's it going, Frank? What's up, man? Says, fan of your channel, keep it up, bro. I will. I got to. Sorry about the rant, guys, but I mean, man, dude, like I just hate seeing defeated people, one in the comments section. Like, get off YouTube. Go do something, man. Like, it's my goal on Facebook by the end of this year to make $1,000 a month. Facebook pays. Dude, you could make a meme freaking TikTok page or Facebook page or whatever you want, dude. Like, money is everywhere. Money is literally everywhere. Right now on Facebook, I'm making about $400 a month. So that almost pays, like, that Tacoma, the gray Tacoma that I have. It's like half of its car payment, and that's just like a couple posts a day, right? Obviously, I've built an audience there, which is awesome. But it's just being consistent with stuff. Even like Threads, I'm on the X version or whatever, like Threads. It's like Twitter. There's a $1,500 program right now for consistently posting on Threads and getting interactions with it. $1,500 a month just by posting stuff. That's it. Just because they're wanting people to get on the platform. Snapchat pays people. Guys, there's money out there everywhere. Go get it. Norman says, hey, John, Happy New Year to you. What do you think about the new Armada Pro X? I think the new Armada wipes the Sequoia away, right? I think that is so cool looking. Based on the off-road angle specs, it makes the Sequoia TRD Pro a pretender. Exactly. And the cargo is much better too. No, Nissan, honestly, when I saw that Armada for the first time, I was like, dang, that looks really, really good. John Tom says, what are your thoughts about the new Xterra? So yes, if Nissan actually comes through with this, I think, and if it's anything like the Armada, right, but in smaller form, dude, 4Runner has some competition for sure. I do see this, and this is even me as a Toyota fanboy. All these other companies are going to start giving people truly what they want, right? And Toyota they need to wake up. Like, they really do need to wake up. I will be involving other vehicles either on this channel or a new channel potentially later this year, just because I do see, as a Toyota fan, it's cool to see the new stuff happening, right? The aftermarket support, just everything about it. I do really do enjoy that about Toyota. But just that new Nissan Armada compared to the Sequoia, like the Sequoia is just badging and stuff, right? Like, it's so bad. But that new Armada, it looks really good, especially that green color too that they did it all in and stuff, man. It was so good. I don't know if I skipped anyone, but we are going to go right here. Greetings from Colorado. Sean is in here because I think we're going to get about 10 minutes behind. Thoughts on the Rivian R1T? I really like the Rivian. I think of all the EV trucks, the Rivian is probably the best. The size is perfect. It's like a first-gen Tundra. the size of it and stuff. It's super fast. It's good. We just need the electrical infrastructure. But I do, of all the EVs out there, I think that Rivian is probably one of my favorites, if I'm being completely honest with you. I've driven one. I've sat in them and stuff. The Rivian's really cool. Juanito says, hey, John, I watched I watched other reviews of 24 Land Cruiser and noticed that the iForce 2.4 is loud. Sounds like a diesel. Is your Land Cruiser engine loud as well? Please advise. Yes, it is. These new 2.4s, because they have direct injection, and the fuel rail is right on top of the engine, it's loud. It sounds like a mini diesel. And done with our gallon of water. It sounds like a mini diesel. It sounds cool, and the torque comes on as well like a mini diesel does too. So it does have a ticking sound to it for sure. DV RGS or RGZ says, I asked a while ago about the smart cap versus GFC for my Tacoma. Went with the smart cap, started leaking immediately, returned it. Now GFC. I'm excited. I hope you enjoy it, man. That's crazy because it's so expensive. That's hilarious. I'm gonna screenshot this though. Not, to talk crap about other companies, but I'm gonna screenshot this and send it to my contacts over there at GFC. So I'm glad. I like one too that the GFC is a lot lighter than the smart cap as well. Ironman Off-Road is actually coming out with a aluminum bed cap too that we saw at SEMA, but it's not available yet. But that one looked very cool. I'm a huge fan of the GFC. Love that it's made in America, because most likely that Ironman one, it won't be made in America. The quality's top notch. It's lightweight. I have nothing but good things about the GFC topper that I have on my Tacoma. But that new one that's coming out from Ironman, it's very modular and innovative and stuff. And a lot of these new bed caps that companies are making are modular and innovative as well. And I know that GFC sees that, so maybe we'll see a revision in the future. And GFC does have modulation that you can do. You can add shelves to it. You could take the doors off if you want to and just have it as a kind of like a skeleton too. So, I mean, GFC has that, and they have a lot of third-party support too. So I do really enjoy GFC. Costco sells rooftop tents? No way. That's crazy. Speaking of rooftop tents, I am excited because one of our sponsors for 25 is going to be Ironman 4x4, and also space trailers. So my trailer is actually getting built. It should be being built right now and probably shipping within the next couple of weeks. But we're going to be building that out as an overland trailer. So it'll be pretty cool. And we most likely will be putting a bigger rooftop tent on that. The hood scoops are terrible for sun glare. It's like a mirror in the sun. Yeah, I don't know how, like even on this 4Runner right here, the hood glare is just, it's crazy bad. It is crazy bad. Guys, we've almost been on for an hour and a half for our first live stream of 2025, and I am all caught up pretty much on questions and whatnot. So like, if you guys have any other questions at all, let me know. We will probably wrap this up right at about 9 o'clock so I can go eat, maybe watch a show with my wife. I got to read my 10 pages and then go to bed. We have not been sleeping really that well the last couple of days. So it's going to be nice to get some good sleep, especially, man, with doing 2 workouts a day as well right now. My body, I got so fat. And like, I know I don't physically appear fat, but when you sit and you edit and you reply back to comments and you like just walk the dogs and that's it, and you're not doing any physical like work, like you don't look fat, but like I shouldn't say fat, you're just like really out of shape. Like your muscle density has dwindled. If you don't use it, you lose it, right? And I'm a big believer in that. That's why I'll probably never like retire because I just don't want to stop doing stuff. But my body is aching. So I've been drinking a lot of water, which is something you have to do on 75 hard. But sleep has definitely been neglected, and that is not good at all. We actually toured this cool facility today. It's a cryotherapy place in my local area here. They have cryotherapy, they have saunas, they have red light therapy, they have all this stuff in there. So me and my wife are gonna go over there on Thursday and see how that does for us. So that'll be pretty cool. This is a thing, Frank, for 2025. I had on my task list by the end of January, which may not happen, but it will be before Q1 is over this year. We will have a TRD John website with merch for those that would like to support. I was gonna have merch and patches to do a giveaway on the Tacoma, but as I was starting to research on building a website, figuring out shipping, doing all that stuff, I didn't want our very first test of the website to be a massive $50,000 giveaway and like it fail and so many people be upset with me about it. So I want us to do a good successful merch store, and you know, I'll organically plug it in videos. It'll show TRD John merch down below and stuff, but I'm not just gonna say every single video, hey guys, buy my merch, buy my merch, buy my merch. If it happens, it happens. If it's organic, it's there, it's cool. Because I did have a patch in the past. Where is it? It's right here on my patch wall. I have a lot of patches on this patch wall now, guys. It's quite a bit, actually. But I did this in the past, and since I am in Florida, it's very like Miami Vice kind of with the Forerunner. And this patch could have definitely been better. So I want to get a good patch company, have a couple different options for you guys. Maybe we remake this OG one into like a rectangular one or whatnot. And then if people want shirts or if they want jet tags or something like that, we'll just do a couple of things, you know, on there. I want to keep it super low SKU and not just have, you know, drops every quarter of something new, because I do this YouTube channel to for entertainment and to work with sponsors and stuff and help other people grow their companies. And I don't want people to support the channel. Well, I want people to support the channel who can, but like we talked about earlier, if money's tight for people, I don't want to drop a $25 shirt and people feel like they need to buy it, you know? So stuff will really be affordable, I hope, on the site. It'll, you know, needs to make me money, but also it needs to pay for itself. And I'm not gonna, you know, sell a shirt for $50, right? Just because it has my freaking logo on it. It'll be good. So, and I want to make sure that the quality is good too. Hope things are getting better for you soon. They will be. This live stream really helped. So I'm glad that I did it instead of just not doing it. This is what I was researching. Shopify. Shopify does also integrate with YouTube nicely. So we will be using Shopify, and you can also do discount codes and all that stuff through it as well, which we will do. Frank says, great to see you're serious about your health and diet. My weight loss is now at 70 pounds and I feel 10 years younger. That is awesome, sir. That is so awesome. I didn't think you had 70. Well, that is true. When I met you, though, you're still doing that stuff. But yeah, I didn't think you had 70 pounds to lose then. But in the course of all that, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, when you just get comfortable, you don't realize how bad you've made it for your body until like you start working out again and stuff. And me and my wife, like, we always walk the dogs, and I run several times per month, you know, just to get a couple miles in here and there. But like, once you get back to working out every single day, and that's the hard thing with 75 hard is like, there's no real rest days. Like, you can't take a legit rest day and not do any sort of workout. Like, you either have to walk, you have to, like, a rest day for us on this program would be like walking the dogs, and then like doing a 45-minute row or a biking session or something like that. You always have to move though, or like a yoga session or something, Pilates, whatever. So that's awesome. And what not a lot of people understand is diet is a massive part of everything. So even if you're not working out that hard, or let's say, guys, we're 7 days into 2025, if you're trying to lose weight and get better, don't get upset with the gym right away. Maybe slowly start by walking and get your diet right, because the moment you get your diet right, it'll like help everything else. It's honestly crazy. If you were just a regular buyer, would you wait for the 26 4Runner so that they would work out kinks? Yeah, if I was a regular buyer, I would wait. If I was a regular buyer and I still had this, I probably wouldn't care, honestly, about the new one if I was just a regular buyer. But yeah, I would probably wait till 26 for them to, or a late model 25, just, because they're going to fix whatever issues there are, even in the earlier ones. It's just if you want to go through that hassle of going to your dealership, hey guys, fix it. Okay, cool, here's the fix. Or not. So if I was just a casual buyer, I would most likely wait till the tail end of the model year, or also like to get a good deal, I would wait till the tail end of the model year for the new ones to come out, or a 26 model. What's your lift tire setup on the 4Runner? So we got stock wheels, the stock TRD wheels on the 4Runner. We have a Westcott lift kit, and then we have Nitto Recon grapplers, 285/70. Yeah, I think so. 270, 285/70 17s on it. Do you wish that you chose a truck to build a more cozy setup, or an SUV? SUVs are cool. I just prefer trucks off-road, but I am curious as to how this trailer setup is going to be, because that, like, if you're wanting to go camping, like, that's your setup just there, ready to go, and you don't have to have it all in your vehicle all the time, or like your vehicle be a little bit compromised for camping, because it's all in a trailer, if that makes sense. And especially too, if you wheel your vehicle at these camping sites, it's cool to have a home base, instead of like putting all your stuff away, go off-road, take everything back out to start camping. I think that a trailer is actually going to be pretty cool. Which one are you talking about, Phoenix Odyssey? Because Westcott has done a lot of rigs. Let me know which one you're talking about. TFL started. All right, we are at an hour 30. So I will just do a last couple bit of questions. TFL started reporting autos and saying that they are now going to software-focused vehicles. This sounds like a terrible direction, as EVs will become like cell phones. TFL reporting autos are saying that they are going more software. I think I get this. Yeah, I mean, even the new Toyotas, like their infotainment screens and stuff, they can all get updates over the air and make it different as well. So it may suck, especially with the hardware of vehicles, but that's why I do like Toyotas, because they are still saying more mechanical than all that EV stuff. And we can see it with the EVs, right? Those, you want to talk about vehicles that have just plummeted in value. Like EVs have tanked. They are so bad. So I'm very interested to see like the full future with technology, how they blend with cars, but how they keep them mechanical and stuff moving forward. Brandon says, any interviews with Toyota engineers coming up soon? You think you ask them if front diff lock for Lexus 700H will trickle down to Land Cruiser and 4Runner? I could do that either at the 700H drive, or maybe even the 400 drive, or the 4Runner drive. Ever consider pizza cutters? Just threw some 255 8017 Toyo AT3s. I like them so far. Really, the only pizza cutters I had was on my last Tundra. I did 37 by 11 and a halves. Typically, people do 12 and a halves. I didn't mind them. Certain angles of the truck, you're kind of like, oh, those are a little skinny of tires. But when you looked at it from the side with the tire turned a little bit, it actually looked pretty good. MPG-wise, I did not see any difference of MPG on it with those 37s compared to the 35s that I had on the last one. But I'm sure that it was better than what 37s by 12 and a halves would have been for that. So I have kind of ran them in the past. That is a very popular tire size, though, for like a 4Runner, because you get a little bit taller of a tire, but not as wide. And then last question from Ryan. I appreciate everyone tonight. Make sure you leave a like as you head on out. It says, do you think that the 6th Gen 4Runner interior felt a bit more plasticky compared to the 5th Gen? In certain spots, it did. Mainly the door. Aside from that, it pretty much is the same plastic as this 4Runner right behind me. But on the doors of the non-TRD Pro models, it unfortunately had a little bit more plastic. So I don't know. We will see once we actually see production models, because like I said, that one TRD off-road that I saw, it had a sway bar disconnect, and that's not even in the production vehicles. So I'll give my final judgment on that when we actually see some production model 4Runners. But guys, no, Mr. Dad, I have not done a build with Tacoma Beast. I have met Mateo several times. He's a really nice guy. But it would be cool to do like some sort of build series or something with him. But guys, I appreciate you all watching the live stream. We are only a week into 2025. Apparently, January 10th is when a lot of people quit whatever they're trying to do for 2025. So keep going at it. This is coming from me, who has had several down days the last couple days just because of stuff, but I'm getting better. Got back on this, and we're moving forward from that stuff. So guys, have a great rest of your week. I will catch you next week in a live stream. We have several videos dropping this week. So everyone have a great rest of your night, and I will catch you in the next one. All right, see you guys later.